Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon Tarot. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a little bit of a different reading. It is going to be along the same lines of twin flames, but this is going to be specifically on the Divine Masculine's karmic relationship that he's currently in. Now I know not everybody out there has a Divine Masculine that is in a karmic relationship, so this one is going to be for those that know he's in a karmic relationship. And these are just going to show the dynamics of their partner and the connection and the relationship, as well as the future and what you can do in the meantime in regards to your own healing, as well as sending your Divine Masculine healing energy, etc. So anyways, we're just going to jump right into it. So I am using the Psychic Tarot and the Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle cards to get the messages that I needed to get today for this. So the first cards, I went ahead and did 3 cards per position. So we have 6 different positions here. So this first one is all about the person that he's with, their karmic partner. So the karmic partner that is with the Divine Masculine at this time. The very first card that popped out here was the Temptation card, which is the Devil card in regular tarot. So the fact that this person that they're with is coming across as the Temptation card, to me, I want to say the word temptress. Okay, this is somebody who could be very seductive in many ways. Maybe this person is seductive in a physical way. Maybe that's what the main connection was, or the main draw was from the very beginning, is how attracted this person is, was to them on a physical level. But the Devil for me is very physical. It's very earthly. It doesn't go beyond earthly things. So there's no real deep emotional, genuine, or spiritual connection within this union. Okay. So if some of you guys are worried that your Divine Masculine is experiencing this like amazing love and this just deep, crazy relationship that he didn't have with you, I'm seeing through these cards and the messages that are coming through that that's not true. That's definitely just what's in your mind. You could be seeing things on social media even that are showing you that your Divine Masculine and this person are just so happy. And that again is a facade, because it's very much on an earthly level. There's really nothing beyond that. So it's like, don't be misled by the way things look, because it's really all about the outside, not what's going on the inside. Okay. And then also here, she's coming up as the Intuition card, which is the High Priestess. Now, when it's combined with the Devil like this, for me, this is somebody who's extremely manipulative. And I don't mean that in a super evil way, but this is somebody who's just really in tune with your Divine Masculine. They know exactly how to play it. They know how to either get in his mind and get what they want. They know how to work him to be able to have the type of situation that they want to be experiencing with your Divine Masculine. So your Divine Masculine may not even be aware of what's going on, even though I feel and know that there are quite a few of them that do. They're just stuck in a situation that they either can't get out of for a variety of reasons, whether that be because they have property together, they live together, or there's just this major codependency going on, or guilt or something that is connecting him to continue to stay with her. There's a variety of things going on there, but I think for some of them, they might not even be aware that this person is as powerful as they really are. There might be people around the Divine Masculine that see this person for how she really is, but your Divine Masculine either isn't really in that mind frame to where he's so serious about this person. So it's like kind of like in one ear out the other. This person just might be very attractive and it's just a sexual thing. So it's not something to be super concerned with. But this person is definitely a dangerous person for some of the Divine Masculines out there. And he definitely has to defend himself or stand his ground in some way. I feel that this person for some of the Divine Masculines is very domineering. This is somebody who either makes more money than them, or she is aiding him financially in regards to a lifestyle. And because of this, it's hard for him to take his mind off of the bigger game of just what he wants to create for himself. Because again, the Devil is deeply rooted in things that are exterior, in superficial things. So whatever connection he has with her is very superficial, but it's almost like she has gotten to a point where she's taking too much control. And I'm not sure if some of the divine masculines really care for this. So this is the stand your ground card, 7 of Wands. And this is really indicating that the divine masculine really needs to stand his ground. He needs to grow some balls. He needs to basically put his foot down and not allow this person to take any more control, or to keep them from the things that they want to do, or maybe to, maybe this person has made it to where they cannot have any contact with you because they know of the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the intensity or the power of the connection. Maybe they sense something between the two of you, and so they've purposely cut off communication. Maybe there's communication that you've made and they have purposely interjected or interfered with that and erased emails, or have blocked numbers, or have been right there when certain people have been texting. And so it's just like there's just like this major control going on for some of the divine masculines out there. But regardless, the divine masculine at some point has to take back control of his life and stop this person from interfering with their life in general. So there's definitely a block with this woman when it comes to some of these heavy karmic relationships that some of your divine masculines are in. That doesn't apply to every single divine masculine out there, but that's what this reading is geared towards. So the people that need to hear it and the people that connect with this and the information are really who it's for. Some of you may listen to this and it doesn't resonate, so it's just not meant for you at this time. And that's okay. And I feel that that's how YouTube really works. You come across certain videos at certain times and it just clicks or it doesn't. And it's just divine timing and what you're meant to know at that time. So that is the first message that's coming through. And that was a long one, about 7 minutes now so far, on who this person is that is spending time with your divine masculine. So I hope that helps some of you out there better understand what type of situation or the difficulty that your divine masculine may be experiencing at this time. So some of you may be pissed. Some of you, like I said, might say get some balls, but it's sometimes hard to not understand things unless you're in that situation. So it's just about being a little bit more empathetic with what he may be going, or what may be going on in that situation. But some of you may have been left and cheated on by this divine masculine with this person that he's with. And so I know that that's probably really difficult to even send any kind of understanding towards your divine masculine at that time. So whatever you need to do in order to heal on your own end to be able to send him that healing light is what I'm definitely being guided to tell you guys to try to do if you can. And I have gotten some messages lately on some of the comments, and I do have my comments on approved, because I only want comments on these videos that are very uplifting and very positive. It doesn't mean that I won't allow a comment where somebody has something, controversial to say, but if it's going to hurt anybody or offend anybody out there, I just definitely don't want it on there. And I have gotten a couple of comments that were very much against, like, fuck this journey, I don't care, and all that other stuff. And that's fine, and I get it. We're all entitled to feel angry, and we're not all going to be on the same page and the same place in the journey of this twin flame thing. I get it. We're all going to just be at different levels with this, but at the same time, I just want to try to keep the energy light, fluffy, positive, and just keep it in that safe space. So anyways, just wanted to put that out there, that I do understand people's pain, not trying to make light of it, not saying that we all have to send our divine masculines just love and light always and take all the bullshit. That's definitely not the message. But in order to help this union along, it seems that that's what some of us stronger divine feminines who are actually, aware of this connection need to do in the meantime before our divine masculines get their shit together. Sorry to be so blunt. And I do cuss every now and then. Not all the time, but every now and then I do. And, if somebody doesn't like it, then I guess you just don't have to watch my videos, but it doesn't take away from the message. So I hope that doesn't deter you from listening. Anyways, I just went on a total ramble for 3 minutes. Sorry about that. Anyways, so getting back to the reading, we've got what the divine masculine is and what his headspace is in this relationship, and just kind of like how it's affecting him, what's happening with him. We have him fragmented. He's coming across as the Tower. So we can see this guy here, and he's in complete pieces. He's all over the place. He's totally disconnected. Okay? So that tells me a couple of things. He's very disconnected from this relationship. There isn't a lot flowing more than a physical. It's just really on a physical, tangible level that this relationship resides. It's nothing that's too deep because he's disconnected himself. He's not fully intact. So if he wasn't fully intact when he was dealing with you, he's certainly not intact dealing with this new person that he let into his life right after he either, stopped talking to you or whatever happened. He didn't just all of a sudden get healed and whole for this person. I'm going to tell you that right now. So he is still fragmented. Okay? He's not able to give her any more than he gave you. If anything, I feel that, like I said, it's just very physical survival type of energy. There's nothing really deep and spiritual there. I'm not even seeing him sharing the emotion there. It's almost like he's cut off from his own emotions. So he's fragmented at the time, and he is not able to fully engage in a fulfilling relationship with this person. And he feels kind of torn in pieces as well. He just doesn't feel like things are complete. He still feels incomplete. If he thought he was going to go into this new relationship and it was going to somehow complete him, he unfortunately was wrong. He learned, I don't know if he learned real quick, but he did learn or is learning that it did not complete him the way that he thought it would. There might have been some defects with the divine feminine. Maybe there were certain things that she didn't have together. Maybe she didn't have her career together. Maybe she didn't have her life together. Maybe there were certain things about her that he just didn't want to deal with. And so he looked at her as flawed. And maybe he got together with this new individual and she seemed perfect on the outside. And it was everything that he thought he was looking for. And then when he got together, I'm not saying immediately, but eventually starting to realize, or has already realized, it's not exactly what he thought he was looking for. It still hasn't fulfilled him. He still has work that he needs to do on himself. No one else is going to just magically make it better. He has to do the inner work, okay? So what we also have here is the spiritual strength card. This is the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands here, this is about just persevering and getting through something, okay? But that spiritual strength, and what I want you guys to look at is we have this guy here, and then we have this spirit almost behind him that is holding up and keeping him strong. I really feel that that's the divine feminine strength behind him, holding it up, holding it all together for him. I know I just said that no one can put us back together. We have to do the work ourselves, but the divine feminine is really, at least some of you, are really lending your strength and your healing and your encouragement and your love and your acceptance and all of that. No matter how much shit he put you through, you're still holding him up and just that beautiful healing light. You're still lending him that unconditional love. And you're doing that because that's just what you do. That's just what you feel like you want to do, have to do, must do. It's just in you because that's the connection that you have. So you're doing that. And what I'm seeing is I don't know that he is 100% aware. For some divine masculines may sense something around them. Because in this card, I do see that he does sense it, but I see a lot of cards where he's not awakened yet. He doesn't see it, or he isn't awakened to see the signs just yet. It's like the energy hasn't touched him just yet. And the message for the divine feminine is to not give up, to continue to send that healing love and light. Not only is it healing for yourself, but it's obviously healing for your divine masculine. If you guys can get in that headspace, there might be some of you out there that says, F that, I'm not doing it. I'm sick of it. I'm done, or I need a break. And that is fine too. But these are for the divine feminines that want to do that and that feel they can do that, okay? But it's all about holding him up in that healing light. If you can see here, we have that green light, and the green is all about the heart chakra. It's all about the healing heart, okay? So just remember, it's rejuvenating and it's healing for your heart as well, to send him this healing, loving energy and this extra strength that you have right now that he might not have. So it's about lending him a hand. But with that, you're still getting this though, discontentment and boredom on his part. Now, I don't say that that's connected really to you. It is connected to his situation, because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about his connection with this karmic partner. He is discontent. He is bored. It's not what he wants. He wants to walk away. It just doesn't do it for him anymore. I'm not sure when he's going to walk away, but the fact of the matter is, he's not really in it. He's not emotionally invested. So if some of you were worried that he's happier with her than he was with you, not so. Not so at all. What is the whole point of this whole thing? Why is he still with her? Or why did he have to even go in that direction? What is the deeper meaning of their connection? What was the whole thing for? So we've got these 3 cards here. This whole thing is a journey of like a dark night of the soul. He really had to see for himself what he has standing in front of him. So there's this mirror. This is the moon card, okay? This is when we see our reflection and we see things that maybe we don't really want to see, but we confront our deepest fears. We confront our darkest stuff. We confront all the crap that maybe we just, felt like we weren't ready to confront before. It makes us have to deal with the ugly and the dark of ourselves. It makes us have to deal with the shadowy part of ourselves, okay? So that is something that was very necessary. This relationship, this karmic connection with this individual who, again, brings out a lot of negative within the divine masculine, it really has helped him. And if it hasn't helped him yet, it's going to. It really helps him to confront these things that have been plaguing him for quite some time. It really helps him to confront his inner demons, so that way he can clear a lot of the misconceptions that he has. The reason I say that is because we have the 7 of Cups, which is about daydreams and decisions. And it's also about people that are in a fantasy land. It's not like they're not in reality, but they're unrealistic with their expectations. And your divine masculine may have had really high expectations, and he's had to get thrown down a few pegs. He's had to get with the program and got a little dose of reality. That that's not the way that life works. That not everything is just perfect on the outside, and that everything's just going to magically come together because of money and looks and all that other stuff. That's for some divine masculines out there. But it's about confronting. It's about confronting his own desires and confronting his own dreams and trying to get out of that very dreamlike state, because the moon is all about dreams and kind of a dark time. And then we have this very watery energy that comes through that's very dreamy. So he's got a lot of dream and dark, shadowy work he's doing. And this is the reason he's having to confront all of this stuff in order to get out the other side. We have this Ace of Swords, clarity of belief. So it's like major clarity comes to him, but he can't get this clarity unless he goes through all this dark stuff first. He has to go through it, or he's going through it right now. And that is the whole reason why. He had to experience the darkness of a situation and the darkness of a relationship to be able to appreciate either the light within you, the light within the relationship, or realize, you know what, I do want something that has more substance. I want something that's more emotional that I had with my divine feminine than I have with this situation right here. Now I know what I want because I've gone through this dark night of the soul. We all have to go through things in order to get out the other side. And I really feel that that's what some of the divine masculines have had to go through with this karmic relationship, okay? So moving forward, this is what the divine feminine can do right now for her divine masculine. So again, it's more healing and it's more sending him light and all this other stuff that you guys probably don't want to hear. But he is in a time of sadness and isolation, but so are you. And so what we're seeing here is a mirror aspect. This right here is actually a divine feminine. She's cowering down beneath. She's in sadness and isolation. Now she's sad because she's in isolation. But what she's doing is she's conjuring up enough strength in order to boost her divine masculine. She has this white light around him. She's actually sending him her life force. So there's a couple of messages that are coming through. One of them is that she has enough strength within herself to be able to lend him some of that powerful healing energy and strength so that way she can boost him off into the next step. Boost him away using her positive healing light to boost him out of what is no longer working for him so he can get on to the next phase, which is just another step towards the union between the two of you. But also, this is a reminder for the feminine to make sure that she takes care of herself first. Don't send all of your healing energy and leave none for yourself. You need to have some on reserve for yourself so you can take care of you. This journey is not all about him. It's about you too. So you have to take care of yourself first in order to be able to help your divine masculine. So that's the message coming through. But really for a lot of you, I feel like you're in a really good place and you're able to lend him this beautiful healing light that really helps to balance and restore not only him, but the both of you. This helps to bring in that harmonious energy. It's like the scales are really balanced now. And then heal. This is the star card. So this is all about sending him healing energy. And this is also about within this energy that you're sending him, also he receives certain messages as signs. This could be you sending him messages through dream work or telepathic messages. Whatever this is, it's almost like it's delivered in the form of signs for him. So continue to do that work because these cards and the energy and the messages that are coming through is they will be clear enough and pure enough to where he will start to see these signs and recognize them and start to think of his divine feminine, which will again either create for him to want to reach out or just come back together to have that conversation or just whatever healing needs to be done, or to meet you in that dream world or the 5D or whatever space that you hold together, that sacred space that you hold together if you don't have it right now in the third dimensional world, I guess. Okay, so moving forward, this is the divine masculine in his future and kind of like where he is headed, okay? And this is going to be on his own journey. And this right here is going to be for the journey for the two of you. So he is going to be changing his focus, all right? He's going to be changing his focus. Now, the 5 of Cups is somewhat of a sad, disappointing card, but it's all in the way that we decide that we're going to look at things, which is why the key words here are change your focus. So he is going to start to change his focus on how he's looking at things. Right now, he might be in a spot where he's thinking, nothing ever works out for me, or I've got the shit into the stick, or whatever the deal is. But he's going to be changing his focus and looking out into the distance at something that he really wants. And he's going to try to work towards another goal. It's like he's setting himself up to do something new. He's willing to go out on a limb, maybe even break away from this relationship and start pursuing something, even better, or pursuing you, or pursuing a dream. Whatever this is, the universe is definitely wanting to give him something new. And he's starting to see the signs. Again, we have signs that we're sending. It's like leading him the way, the breadcrumbs, the trails, all those things back to us. But in the meantime, this is where things are, okay? You're still just going to be looking after him. He's not going to be turning around. He's not going to be noticing. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. It's just that at this time, in this time and space as of right now, today, what we have is the divine feminine. She's still just looking in on him. She's checking up on him. It might not be literal. I mean, some of you might be lurking around on social media and just checking up on him that way, but I think that for some of you, it's just about holding him in that divine healing light, because we have all these light orbs that are coming off of him on his back. So you're still lending him that healing light and that powerful energy, even though he's not aware. He's still looking forward. He's still on a journey, but he still isn't turning around, noticing where that extra light and push is coming from. It's just like he's still not sure, he's still not there, it's still not happening, okay? But the word here is control. And so it's just all about making sure that you leave the control of how this situation is going to turn out up to the universe. It's really all in divine timing and about letting go of your expectations of what the divine masculine should be doing and how he should be doing it and exactly when it should all happen. It's about releasing that control and letting him go his own way, really disconnecting from the control of it. You don't have to disconnect from the energy of your divine masculine unless you are in a state of, complete anxiety and you're just ridden with heartbreak and sadness. I mean, that might be time to disconnect for a while if that's what's happening for you. But if you're in a pretty decent place to where you're able to let go of that control and really just send him loving light and understanding and leave it up to the universe from afar, then that's what you should continue to do, okay? So he's going to continue to be guided. You're going to infuse this change in him to change his focus, to kind of help him look at things in a different light by continuing to work with him on a spiritual level, if that makes sense to some of you out there. So continue to do that work, because it is going to make a difference, is what the message is. Opportunity beckons. He is going to see certain things. Like this is the Four of Cups again. I think we have the Four of Cups that came up here in the other deck. So he has the Four of Cups with him 2 times. Opportunity beckons. So I'm getting a couple of different messages with this. One is he still has his back to the situation. So this ball here, okay, and as we can see on this ball, we've got the universal sign, the infinity sign. That could be the twin flame right there. He's still not turning around to recognize this. So this is that indication that the opportunity may be presenting itself. You may reach out. He may not respond. He may not be ready at this time, and you're going to have to get control over yourself and get control over the way that you process it and that you feel about it. Because if you don't, you could take it to a negative place, of course, and kind of, ruin some of the work and some of the progress that's been done. So this is really just that indication of it's still about waiting for some of you. You still might not get the results that you're looking for. You may be putting all this work and this energy, and you're just doing so good, and you're working on yourself, and you're sending him all this loving, healing light, and you may have been doing this for years now, and it's like, oh my God, why is this not happening? How much longer do I have to wait? Again, it's not about being in a state of waiting. It's about continuing to live your life. And I've said this to many people lately. It's that you can be in other relationships. You can be in soulmate relationships. Hell, you can even be in marriages or whatever, single, whatever you want to do, and still continue to be connected to your twin flame. You don't have to be alone or in agony or in a disruptive phase or be unfulfilled in order to still have that connection with a twin flame. You can have that connection and still live a happy life. It doesn't have to be a painful thing. So for some of you out there, it's about filling your time with wonderful things that are being presented to you. If somebody you really like or attracted to in the meantime, which you're like, well, I know who my twin flame is, and I'm holding on to that opportunity that down the line we're going to be together. So I want to make sure that I keep myself focused and whole for that. It's about opening yourself up to a new opportunity or a new experience in the meantime. Because especially if your divine masculine is either shacking up or hanging out with other people while you're alone, it's not about, tit for tat. What it's about is you need to live your life too. You might be robbing yourself of experiences, of experiencing things and learning certain lessons and accelerating your spiritual growth because you're not allowing new people into your life. I think that that's one of the reasons why this card comes up twice here, because that is a special message for the Divine Feminine too. Even though this was really about the Divine Masculine, I'm really thinking that that Four of Cups comes up when we are missing opportunities. We're so discontent or disconnected because our focus is elsewhere that we miss out on great opportunities that come to us because we're so focused on something else. Change your focus. I think it's amazing sometimes how these messages just start coming together, you know, as I'm channeling. But really, that's for some of you Divine Feminines out there. You have to change your focus. You have to start allowing new opportunities to come to you in the meantime so you can start living your life. So you don't have to be in this state of he's doing this and he's doing that and why is he with her? You know, some of them may get out of this. Some of them may be in this for a very long time. And in the meantime, you don't want to miss out on opportunities that you could have to learn and to be happy while he's working this crap out. There's no reason that you need to be hanging on the sidelines, having no fun and just being in pain. You need to live your life too. So I hope that didn't sound too preachy. That's just what's coming through as the messages. So now we're going to end up the reading here with these last three cards. This has to do with the future of the connection. The truth will come. Things will come full circle. Now, this isn't the World card. This is the Judgment card. But whenever the Judgment card comes, man, it just means things are going to come full circle. Truths will be told. People will become aware of what they are doing and what it's all about. It's like the Judgment card, you know, like Judgment Day. It's coming. It really is coming. And once it does, it's like the universe just delivers on a silver platter whatever either the Divine Masculine and Feminine as a twin flame couple are looking for, or one or both of them. Like I said, either separate or together. But whatever it is, it's very fulfilling. It's very fulfilling conclusion, whatever is drawn here. Whatever truth comes up for both partners, it's very fulfilling. Just something coming full circle. And then we have awaiting results. So it's all about your energy while you're waiting for these results. You've put a lot of hard work and effort into this. You know, you have thinking about it, working on yourself, just all these things, sending healing love and energy, doing all the right things. And now you're waiting for these results. So in the meantime, like I said, while you're awaiting these results, there's certain things that you can do. You can continue to work on yourselves. You can continue to send your Divine Masculine healing love and light. Or you can take that and reserve that energy for healing yourself. If you need to disconnect, that's fine too. Whatever that means to you in order to heal for yourself. So either working on you or sending that loving light energy. I feel like I just repeated myself. But in the meantime, live your lives. Live your lives to the fullest. Don't allow this connection to stop you from moving forward in new experiences, and especially joyous experiences with other people. I mean, there might be other people in your life that you're just like, they're not exactly what I want. But don't close yourself off to just at least going out and either building a friendship or, you know, having that one night stand that just makes you feel like a woman again or feel sexy again or whatever that entails for you guys. You know, I'm not saying to go out and have one night stands and meaningless sex. I'm just saying whatever that means to you, whatever's going to make you feel like you are just back in that position of power, to where you're not pining, to where you're not worrying, to where you're not sad, whatever that takes. Start to open yourselves up to these experiences. Stop rejecting these experiences. Stop turning your back on these experiences. Because the thing is, the divine masculine right now has his back towards you. He has his back towards you, not because he doesn't love you, not because he doesn't want you. He just doesn't, he's not aware. He just doesn't know. He just doesn't get it. So in the meantime, you get it. And because you get it, that's why this is painful, because you know all this stuff. But in the meantime, like I said, don't turn your back on life. Don't turn your back on love. And don't turn your back on just living life. So anyways, I really hope that these messages came through to make sense for those of you out there. Sometimes when I channel, I just babble, and hopefully that didn't come off too preachy or babbly. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this resonated with some of you guys out there, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time.